The Legend of Ivan.
In a land far, far away, there ruled a mighty Tsar named Vislav Andronovich. His palace was known for a garden so rare and splendid that no other kingdom could compare. And in that garden grew one tree above all others, an apple tree that bore apples of gold. But when night fell, a strange shadow came with the darkness. A magical firebird descended from the sky, shining like living flame. Each night, it stole the golden apples and then vanished into the night again.
Whoever catches the Firebird alive will receive half of the kingdom during my lifetime, and the entire kingdom after my death.
The Tsar grieved and summoned his 3 sons, promising a great reward to whoever caught the Firebird alive. The princes swore together that they would protect the golden apple tree and capture the thief. On the first night, Dmitri kept watch, but sleep overtook him. On the second night, Vasily guarded the tree, yet he too fell into deep slumber. On the third night, young Ivan stayed alert, listening to every sound in the garden. Suddenly, the garden blazed with light. Ivan seized the firebird's tail, but it escaped, leaving a single glowing feather behind. Ivan set out to seek the firebird, riding beyond distant lands until he reached a lonely field. There, he found a stone pillar carved with a warning of 3 roads and 3 fates. Ivan chose the road to the right, hoping to save his own life, though it meant losing his horse. On the third day, a huge grey wolf appeared before him, speaking with a human voice. And just as the prophecy foretold, the wolf struck down Ivan's horse and vanished into the wild. Ivan wept bitterly, then walked onward alone, weary and heartbroken. But the grey wolf returned and offered Ivan a ride, moved by pity. Ivan climbed onto the wolf's back, and they sped like the wind across the world. By night, they reached a high stone wall surrounding a forbidden palace garden. Inside, the firebird sat glowing within a golden cage. Ivan carefully lifted the firebird out and prepared to escape. But he hesitated, then touched the golden cage, and the palace alarms erupted. Guards rushed in with torches and weapons and seized the prince at once. Ivan was dragged in chains before the ruler of that realm, Tsar Dolmat. Tsar Dolmat thundered with anger, demanding to know why Ivan had come like a thief. Ivan spoke truthfully, so Dolmat offered a bargain. And Ivan left in despair beneath cold night rain. The grey wolf carried Ivan to Tsar Afron's palace, where white-tiled stables gleamed in torchlight. There stood the golden-maned horse, radiant and proud, like a creature of legend. Nearby hung a golden bridle, shining like treasure. Ivan reached for the bridle, forgetting the wolf's warning once again. Instantly, alarms rang out, drums thundered, and guards rushed in. Ivan was brought before Tsar Afron, who confronted him with cold fury. But Afron offered a deal. "Bring me Yelena the Fair, and you shall have the golden-maned horse." Ivan returned to the Grey Wolf in tears, and the wolf agreed to help him once more. They reached the land of Tsarevna Yelena the Fair, where a golden palisade surrounded her garden. At sunset, she walked among flowers with her attendants, unaware of fate approaching. The Grey Wolf sprang from the shadows and swiftly carried her away. Through forests and moonlit paths, the wolf fled, faster than any horse or rider. Ivan and Yelena traveled together, and their hearts slowly turned toward each other. To save Ivan from losing her, the Grey Wolf transformed into Yelena with powerful magic. Tsar Afron rejoiced, believing the false Yelena was his at last. He gave Ivan the golden-maned horse as promised. Ivan quickly returned to the real Yelena, and together they escaped. The lovers rode away beneath the open sky, their hope rising with the wind. Near Ivan's homeland, the weary couple rested beneath a tree, trusting the quiet night. But Dmitri and Vasily, returning empty-handed, found them, and envy poisoned their hearts. A sword rose silently over sleeping Ivan. At dawn, Ivan lay lifeless, betrayed by his own blood. Yelena wept beside him, her sorrow shaking the quiet field. The brothers threatened Yelena, forcing her to go with them. They rode away with the Firebird, the golden horse, and the princess. And the meadow fell silent, empty but for grief and wind. The Grey Wolf returned and found Ivan's body, and sorrow filled the forest. In the trees, the wolf saw a crow with nestlings and formed a desperate plan. The crow flew across distant lands to seek the waters of life and death. At last, it returned with 2 glowing vials, one dark, one shining. The wolf proved the magic first, restoring what was broken, showing the power of the waters. Then the Grey Wolf sprinkled the waters upon Ivan's body. Ivan's wounds closed, his breath returned, and he rose as if waking from a long dream.
Your brothers have stolen everything.
The wolf warned, then carried Ivan swiftly to the palace. In the palace, a great feast was held, for Vasily planned to claim Yelena as his bride. Suddenly, Ivan entered the hall, alive before all eyes, like a miracle. Yelena ran to Ivan and cried out that he was a true beloved. The Tsar demanded the truth, and Yelena revealed the brothers' betrayal. In wrath and sorrow, Tsar Vyacheslav cast Dmitri and Vasily into the deepest dungeons. Ivan was honored as the true hero, destined to rule with courage and heart. Firebird shone peacefully once more, no longer a thief, but a wonder of the kingdom. Ivan married Yelena the Fair, and their love became a promise to the land. The kingdom lived in peace, golden light spreading across fields and forests. And so ends the tale of Tsarevitch Ivan, the Firebird, and the Grey Wolf.